Hello there, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the next video of the RV series. This is going to be another maybe not quick because it is 11 minutes long, but a short video just updating on how the RV situation is going. And in this video, I apologize. After watching this video with all the editing being done, I realized that it looks like I'm all over the place. And I don't mean to. I'm one of those people that's like, okay, I need to do this. Oh, wait. That is falling apart. Here, I'm gonna go fix that. Oh, well, now that I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Oh, but then this, I remembered I wanted to do the exact same thing over here. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And then I finally go back to what I originally was doing. So that's what's happening. I'm very, very sorry. But in this video, I focus on that little kitchen area, getting it ready, cutting away all of the old panel that is still there, and then cleaning it, taking off any nails, staples, anything like that that is there, so that I can put some new panels back on and hopefully close off that section of the wall. As you guys can see, on the other side, there's still no insulation, no panels. The ceiling panel is still being held up by the ladder. I thought it was going to be a little bit easier for that ceiling panel, but it's really tough. I need to like hit the gym or something, get some upper arm strength or something. So here I'm just going with a switch knife and I'm just cutting away all of the old panel that is still there. Unfortunately, my parents built the countertop before taking off the old kitchen counter. So I kind of have to cut around it and then put the panels back and then, make sure it touches the kitchen counter. Near the area where I'm currently working in right now, there was the oven hood. Is it called oven light? It's like the vent hood that has the oven light as well. Not the oven light, the stove light. And there's like this rectangle cutout there, right where my hand is right now. And there's this panel that moves in and out. Well, it allows like the outside elements to come into the RV, and that the joists that are around that specific area are completely rotted, and my parents replaced that obviously, but I don't have the stove light, the stove hood, the oven hood, whatever it's called. I don't have it anymore. I don't want it because I'm not gonna have an oven in here. The reason why I will not have an oven in here is because the propane lines were cut by the previous owner. And it's okay either way because you don't need that anymore. At least not with me. It's not like I'm like making cakes and stuff like that. I have an air fryer, I have a toaster oven, and I have a microwave. That's going to be perfectly fine. Oh, and a griddle as well. So what more do I need? But right now I had this piece of panel that was like literally the perfect length. Right now where I'm trying to nail this in, that is completely rotted. So every time I would try and nail it in, it would go straight through and it would crumble. So I decided that and I'm like struggling with it. And so I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna glue it. So I got the extra strength Gorilla Glue that I have been using for the insulation, and I went ahead and I sprayed it, and it's stuck, and it's still on there to this day. And this was filmed, I think, like June, and it is now August. This is the old vent. I believe I talked about it in the previous video that I wanted to be able to repurpose the old vent that my parents cut out when they replaced the roof, excuse me. It was completely crushed. I cleaned it as best as I could, and I reshaped it as best as I could because it got completely crushed. And so here I'm using HVAC foil tape, and I will be leaving it down in the description. This tape is very sticky, very good. I mean, it's what is used in vents, I guess. And so I'm just retaping up, trying to return the structural integrity of the vent, taping up any holes. I don't know if I do it in this video, but I do go ahead and all of the vents that are exposed, that we took the vent covers off, I went in and I patched up any holes that were in there just to kind of help the airflow so there's none escaping. And if anyone ever wonders what I'm watching, I do have my iPad. It's right behind me on the ladder. I watch BuzzFeed Unsolved True Crime with Shane and Ryan because they're funny and they talk about true crime, and I like true crime, but they're also, obviously, like I just said, they're funny, and so they're light and, like, you know, what's the there's just saying, I think, like, lighthearted, not lighthearted. I don't know, like, I don't know, kindred spirit, I don't know. Anyways, here I am putting the vent back to where it goes. I am just taping it up so that it sticks. I am standing on a bucket so I can reach a little bit better. Like I said, this is like about a couple of weeks, maybe 2 months after that I'm doing this voiceover, and it's still there. It's working perfectly fine. Great airflow, is still cold, so the vent tape really held up. Here, and here's what I'm talking about. I got distracted and I was like, oh, you know what, I might just go ahead and do the installation. So I started doing the installation there, and then here I was like, oh yeah, my dad asked me to check to make sure that there was that there was no leakage. So I splashed water. There's nothing in there. There's no water coming into the bedroom. And so I was like, okay, awesome, I can vacuum and put the installation back. And then here I was like, well, then, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and continue working on the installation in the living room. So this is what I was talking about, that I apologize that I'm like everywhere and nowhere at the exact same time. This adhesive spray, I think I said it before, it's amazing. It sticks really, really good. There is an odor right when you're spraying it. Whoa, did I just say spraying it? Right when you're spraying it. So be mindful of that, but after that, there's no smells, there's no odor left. It's very sticky, so be careful. I got it a couple of times on my arm. It came off, take a shower, but yeah. And then here, I'm just taking out everything that I don't want in the RV to make a little bit more space because it's so packed in there. And then here, I was trying to reuse old panels and I couldn't get it to cut, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna move on. And I was like, oh yeah, I still have to take out the old carpet in the bedroom. The old carpet is still in there. So let me go do that. I don't know why I am the way that I am, but I am the way that I am because I am the way that I am. Unfortunately, with this, with carpet, it's just going over and over and over with the knife to try and rip it out. And then here I decided to move into the kitchen, and you can see the old insulation is black with, like, you know, mold and stuff like that. Mold is completely gone, by the way. It's completely killed, so that won't be a problem, especially since I will have pets in here. And then here I decided I was just gonna clean up a little bit more. Like I said, I tried reusing old paneling. It wasn't working. I didn't have like a cutter. I only had my knife. So after a while I gave up and I decided I was just gonna take some measurements so that I knew what I had to cut. And that's really what I ended up doing. But I think I did some progress and it felt pretty good for today. I felt pretty good with myself. And in here, I'm just measuring the entire length so that I can get the square footage of the floor. So that, I'm thinking ahead, thinking ahead. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will have the measurements at the end of the video if you care. If not, that's completely fine. But thank you so much for watching. And thank you for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. And you'll have a wonderful rest of whatever time of day it is for you. Goodbye.